Okay, so I'm checking to make sure it's recording because this is the third time we've done this and it has not recorded thus far. So, here we go. All right. So, when we were talking about everything that's going on with your husband and the stressors of life, and you have work and schools, a lot of things going on at one time. I wanted to talk about like some coping skills and what are you using right now when you get overwhelmed and you just can't like find yourself like just lost and not able to kind of like focus on the here and now and be present with work or just get kind of come down from all that stress and anxiety. What are you doing yourself?
I think right now, like I try and like focus on like deep breathing. I don't do it for very long, and if I don't notice that's helping, which seems a lot lately, like I try and go for a walk, even if it's just like down the hall. If I just have like a quick second,
just to get up and kind of step out.
I just need to move.
Yeah. So what happens sometimes? I mean, deep breathing is great. Like if we find ourselves like feeling a little overwhelmed and preparing, like a planning ahead kind of thing. Like okay, I'm about to go into kind of a stressful situation, let me bring myself back down. But if we're having like a lot of hard things going on and are stressed out and there's just so much going through our minds at one time, deep breathing is not really going to be as effective. So there is a skill that I'd like to teach you if you'd be interested in.
Yeah.
It's called the 5 senses. And I like to use this one a lot when I'm feeling like I'm just not being able to focus on what's going on and I really need to be able to kind of like recenter myself. Or I'm just feeling really overwhelmed. So the 5 senses are exactly what they sound, utilizing your 5 senses. So the first one you want to use is the easiest one, and it's the sight, right? Because I can look around and I can see different things, so it's easier to find 5 of those. So for the first one, what are 5 things that you can see?
I see a clock, a whiteboard, some desks, and your backpack, computer.
Good. All right, so those are 5 things you can see. Yeah. You can see. So for the next one, we're going to do 4 things that you can feel. And so for this one, I really like to kind of not only utilize like touching things, but also like what's my body feeling. So like I can feel the chair. I can feel it against my legs as I'm sitting in it. So it allows you to kind of do a body scan at the same time to like feel it, like am I holding tension somewhere? But the focal point is like finding something that I feel. So I can feel my legs against the chair. I can feel my fingertips across the top of my legs. And then another one is to try to see, like, I can feel different textures. So this is like a rough texture versus the smooth texture. So those are 4 things. My legs, the top of my fingers, the rough and the smooth. And it really allows you to utilize different areas of the brain. And so it's harder for you to kind of focus on those other things. And it helps you to settle back down and to bring your heart rate back down. So the next one that you would use is what are 3 things that I can hear. So if we stop and just like listen, what are 3 things that you can hear?
Right now I can hear the heater going. I can hear the computer running. I heard my phone go off and vibrate in my bag.
Yeah, that's great. So this is a really great one for when we do take those walks, because I know, like, if you're like me, maybe I don't know, but if you're like me, when I go for a walk, if I'm feeling stressed out, a lot of times I'm just going to ruminate there, So I'm separating myself from like being inside, but I'm not really utilizing that walk as a chance to really calm down. I'm just kind of just doing it in a different environment. So when I use this out there, I'm able to listen, and I can pause, close my eyes, and I'll hear a bird, and then it draws my attention to that, or I can hear someone laughing, or I can hear traffic somewhere else. But it really allows me to pull myself out of whatever is going on and put me in that moment. So I really love doing this, like when I do take a walk, so that I can enjoy the walk for what it is. It's a break from everything else, right? Yeah. And so then the next one that we will do is 2 things that I can smell. One good thing that you can do, if this is like, a harder one to do because it's smell, right? Like I smell myself or something. Sometimes you can carry around you, and it'll have like pictures of things you enjoy or different smells in it, and you can carry something like that around. Eventually, we'll talk about more skills and stuff, and that can be something that we work on if you're interested in. But that can have something. But in the short term, you can smell your shirt, maybe have your perfume on or your coffee breath. And then the last one is what's one thing that I can taste? And again, utilizing that bag, if we go ahead and create one, you can have things in there like gum or a Jolly Rancher. So when you put the Jolly Rancher in your mouth, not only are you tasting it, but recognizing, like I feel that tension behind my tongue and the fact that I'm creating like saliva. So it's like it doesn't allow your brain to go back and focus on those other things because it really makes it to where you have to focus on the present. Yeah. And the good thing about that, and again, more skills we're going to learn, is that the more we practice staying in the moment, the more that we have that opportunity to do it outside of here. And we recognize ourselves, like when our children are doing something, instead of thinking about what was going on at work, I can remind myself, oh, I want to be present. I want to see this, because it makes those moments more enjoyable. And these are memories that we can, go back on when we're having a hard time, right? Like accumulating those positive experiences. Yeah. So those are really important things. So do you think that you would want to try?
Yeah. I really like that because you were spot on. When I go for walks, like I do ruminate, and it's not much of a break. Yeah. Like, I still enjoy being out there, but it's not that mental break that I need.
Perfect.
So
great.
I'll try that this week.
Fantastic. Let me know how it works, and then again, we'll work on creating some other skills, and we'll pick and choose which ones work for you and which you can start applying to your life, and we'll talk about how they work, and I'm excited about moving forward with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Hopefully that worked this time.